Ellen Shiroyama's Imagination Number 1 is my 2026 cherry pick. I was beckoned by a magical gnarled forest nymph with a pug nose and a slight mischievous grin, who has turned its head 180 degrees back towards me like a wise old owl, asking me to stop, listen, explore, and start a journey. How could one not be intrigued by such a welcoming gesture, tinged with curiosity and wisdom, and then embark on an adventure of the senses?
Flight by Kate Ganem. Kate Ganem quotes Obama's take on Martin Luther King's saying, "We honor those who walked so we could run." In her case, she also emphasizes the women who, sometimes at the cost of their lives, laid the groundwork for today's girls to be able to soar in their lives. Shoes thrown over power lines, the famous shoe tossing, often honor someone who has recently passed away, but also they celebrate a milestone, a celebration of the end of an era. In this case, I was thinking of all the progress made by our elders to bring humanity to what it is today, especially to young women who are now able to vote, to join the army, to own a credit card, to buy a house, to make their own choices about their bodies and their future. To me, it was a symbol of hope and trust in a world where despair has become so common. The way the letters hang, as well as the butterfly on that shoe, also made me think of how fragile our past accomplishments are and how one person can sometimes annihilate lifetimes of progress.
My choice for this year's Howland Community Open cherry pick is Le Una Son by Violeta Gerasimenko. Through the use of bright colors and simple shapes, Violeta has perfectly captured the motion of dance in this work. The tripod of the dancer's legs provides a support structure that balances their extended upper bodies, making me wonder what inspiring music motivates them. Is it the sound of a full orchestra, the gentle notes of a flute, or the vibes of a jazz band?
My cherry pick is Sly and the Family Fox. I love the artist's unique composition and brilliant color scheme, which really sets the mood and brings out the movement of the foxes.
In the painting Dream of Freedom, I see freedom expressed in two ways. First, in the subject matter, which to me feels like flying. I read the blue as water and the space as a landscape seen from high above. Second, in the freedom expressed in the large sweeping brushstrokes of color that make up this painting.
I chose Fulton Fish Market by Jerry Chiapese. I was first drawn to this piece because of the contrast between the muted tones and the pops of color. The line work really creates a lot of movement, letting you really feel the energy of the market. I can imagine the interactions and stories between the workers and almost get a hint of that lovely fish market smell.
With Judith Walsh's Jungle Cat, I almost feel the heat of being fur-covered in a sun-blasted landscape. I love the whimsical, innocent look with just a hint of mischief. What act did we just interrupt? Walsh's batik-like texture adds intrigue to this one, who looks ready to both pounce and purr.
To blow with warmth upon the face of earth, to let plants grow, rain fall, and fauna thrive, to fill the spring with joy of life's rebirth, the south wind helps to keep us all alive. Below its feathery leaves diaphanous, from neath its cooling breeze is gently dealt. This tree might be of genus Fraximus, except for bark that somewhat feels like felt. It cannot ever issue harshly forth from smooth soft lips around its modest mouth. The chilling blast from winter's icy north, this wind can only reach us from the south. Since thinking round the clock through talk and tick, south wind is certainly my cherry pick.
She is Soil by Laurie Childers explores the body as landscape, fertile, burdened, and sustaining life even while bearing its own weight. She is the earth itself, both foundation and nourishment. Root-like limbs anchor her to the ground, while layered, mushroom-like forms emerge from her body, evoking cycles of decay and regeneration. These growths echo fungi as agents of transformation, breaking down what has been spent and redistributing it into new life. The figure exists as a site of exchange where vulnerability and resilience are inseparable. She is Soil reflects on labor that often goes unseen, emotional, physical, and ecological.
I chose Mike Gabriel's Between Revolutions. My attention was immediately drawn to this piece, looking at the intense collaboration of intricate lines, collaging of fabrics, and variation of patterns. It uses art as a vessel of political activism, including statements that promote freedom, fearlessness, and courage. This collage is stitched together, inspiring our community to do the same. The artist also incorporates peaceful landscape photos. This reminded me of Woody Guthrie's This Land Is Your Land. I encourage you to spend time with this piece, both artistically and visually, but also reflecting on its content.
Michael Bronner's The Wedding Photographer caught my eye immediately through the use of light. The scene itself is overpowered by the diagonal shadow that cuts through the image. In the shadows, your gaze is first drawn to the bride's white dress. The positioning of the figures creates a strong sense of space, making a significant moment less intimate and more of an observation. I love how the image pulls you in through both its intimacy and obscurity, light and shadow, and the way it shows stillness in a celebratory event.
I picked Purple Camas in the Garden by Peggy Sharrow for the quiet feminine presence created through hand stitching. The soft colors and floral imagery add a sense of calm and intimacy. The stitched surface recalls women's traditional labor, careful, patient, and often unseen. For me, the stitching is not decorative. It carries cultural memory and gives the image a deeply personal, embodied quality.
My cherry pick is My Destiny Reimagined by Eric Fan. Eric is only 15 and I was impressed by his mysterious and poetic painting. You can see what I suppose is a black and white self-portrait of Eric, surrounded by clouds and planets. In the foreground, a red apple may be a reference to Isaac Newton and gravity. Is Eric dreaming of becoming a physicist or an astronaut? Please let us know, Eric, and I wish you all the best for the future.
I chose Helen Ronzavelli's eloquently rendered graphite image of Study of a Portrait of Madame X as my 2026 Howland cherry pick. Who's that alluring, daring, bare-shouldered beauty that shocked Paris in 1884? Ronzavelli's beautifully skilled interpretation of the famous portraiture artist John Singer Sargent's then controversial portrait has us wondering, who is this Madame X? Why hide the name of Sargent's high society muse when boldly revealing so much skin? The answer changed the art world forever. We can only imagine that our 17-year-old artist, Ronzavelli, must be amused by the intersection in current times of nude artistry, ethics, and sensitivities.
I had the good fortune of running into one of the artists of a painting that intrigued me. It was David Mayfield's Summertime, a painting of two knees, as in legs. Who does that? Who makes a painting of two knees? Well, there's a story behind it. The painting started as a landscape somewhere in Oregon. David wasn't thrilled with it, and here is where it gets more interesting. Instead of forgetting about it, he shaped it around, working into it what it is now, a painting of two blue-greenish knees. So this is my cherry pick. I used the criteria, the inventiveness of painting, the joy of creating, and the story that the painting is telling.
Wisdom Wind, created by 13-year-old LaDunka Schuster, is a moving ceramic wall piece. The subject's partially hidden face and averted gaze implies a shyness that is lovely yet mysterious. The contemplative and somber mood of the work is accentuated through her use of texture and hue, creating a gritty, earthly quality that perfectly aligns with the chosen medium. This successful work by a young artist should be highlighted and deserves a longer look.